On Hilary Duff. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
This is settle down. That woman's 85. No, this is it's. I mean, I haven't had a guest like you in a while you've conquered so many areas of show business, and how old are you? You just had a birthday.
I just turned 17.
Just turned 17. Yeah. I conquered show business. I was 59 when I finally did it. Okay, that's not true. I haven't conquered show business, and I'm 68. But you just turned 17 last week. You got to be busy all the time. Do you even have time to go out on a date or something? Is that possible? Can you have a personal life?
I don't really have a personal life right now. Like, I don't really go on dates, but I could, if there was someone to date, but...
Oh, really? It's one of those situations.
Yeah,
that was my
hard,
excuse in high school when I couldn't find anybody. Was, well, I'm too busy. And then I'd go home and just cry for hours. It's a very sad story. I'll tell you more later. But you just don't have the time, right?
It's hard. Like, I'm always traveling, and I finished high school, so it's like, where am I supposed to meet anybody, and I'm traveling, and plus if I try and date someone in the business, like, everybody gets all over it.
Yeah, because that's another problem, is that you've become so famous that it must be hard for you to go someplace and just be yourself. Or just do you disguise yourself when you go anyplace?
I don't know. I mean, like, if you are at a restaurant and you see someone walking in that has, like, a hat and glasses, you're like, who's hiding under there, So that doesn't really work.
Right,
I've never tried, like, a wig or anything. But...
You've never tried a mustache or dressing like Charlie Chaplin
or something? No,
because
when I think if somebody, like, found out that it was me and they were like, Hilary, then I'd just be embarrassed that I was wearing a mustache or something. You know?
Right. Well, especially a mustache would be really stupid. Don't take my advice on these things. You know what's weird? When I walk around, sometimes I'll be like, I want to, go unnoticed, so I'll wear a hat or something. I'm 6'4" with a giant red pompadour. And so...
Well, you know what? I saw you the other day at the Four Seasons in L.A.
Oh, yeah. We were out there for the Emmys. I was there with my wife.
And I was doing the press junket.
Right.
So I didn't want to bother you.
Meaning you didn't know who the hell I was.
I did.
Very nice.
You're very tall.
You were like, hey, Ted Koppel. Now, you didn't go to high school. You've been tutored because you've been working constantly. Are you sad that you didn't get to go to a high school prom and have that experience like everybody else?
I don't know if I'm sad. Like, I feel really lucky to, like, do everything that I'm doing right now. But my friend and I, actually, we threw an 80s prom night at my friend's house, and nobody could come unless they were all dressed up. So that was very fun.
So everyone came dressed up as what, in 80s style?
80s. Everyone had to go to, like, vintage stores, and you should have seen, like, we had crazy hair and, like, big bows and sequins, and it was very fun.
Well, I'm sure it was, if you're 17 and you're for fun dressing up in the 80s style, it must be really fun and funny. For those of us who had to live through that time... That's not funny. I still have the acid wash, big shoulder padded thing in my closet that I wore when I was going to a Flock of Seagulls concert. I had the big hair, and I was like, woo. That was a bad, bad time. So throw those clothes away.
Okay.
Now, there's a coincidence. Yesterday on the show, we had Mr. Chad Michael Murray on the program. And he was talking about how he had a kissing scene with you in Cinderella story, and that you guys, he never got specific, but he said there was a little trouble with the kissing scene and you guys had to work on it. And I thought, well, I know nothing about the movie business. How does that even work?
Well, what happened was, like, we had been working together for 3 days. It was, like, the very beginning shoot of the movie. We had never met each other.
And you just start to work with each other.
Right, and we have, like, this really big kissing scene, and it's in front of, like, a bleacher full of, like, 300 people, a crew, everything. And it's, like, really specific because it's, like, supposed to rain and everything. And there's all these problems, and the director wasn't happy, and... So he's like, well, let's go into the trailer and practice. The director says this, and I'm like, okay. We go into the trailer, and he's sitting there, and he's like, I'm liking that, It was just, like, a little creepy and a little weird.
Who is this guy? That's the thing I'm wondering. How old is this guy?
I'm not sure. He's a really nice guy, but it was
I'm sure he's a really nice guy. I want to see you two teenagers kiss. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, do that again. Yeah. What would you have done if at some point the real director came in and was like, who's this guy? Get out of here. I'll be back, and ran away. Now you're on tour, and like a lot of people who are in the music business, you probably have. It's called having a rider in your contract, and it's famous where you can have. They're famous. Like I want Jack Daniels there, or I want all the green M&Ms gone. What do you have in your? I don't know.
I think I have like the smallest rider out of everyone. Like I've heard some really crazy things, but we have like just food, so everyone isn't hungry. And actually, I really like these candies. It's really bad for you. They're called Gushers, and they're like filled with this liquid stuff, and they're really like.
Is it a gum or just a candy?
No, it's like it comes in a package, and it's got like little. It's not like candy, but it's definitely not good for you. It's like gummy type stuff.
Stop saying it's not good for you because you won't get sent free boxes of it by mentioning it on the show.
Well, I do love
I hear
them.
Gushers are amazing. Gushers.
Strawberry flavor.
Strawberry flavor Gusher. They're Hilary Duff's favorite.
That's right.
So, Maserati, the finest machine on earth. That's not going to work. It never works. No. So that's your big request? Other people are saying the room has to be blue, there have to be scented candles. You're just asking for some...
No, well, you know what, Tish, she's our wardrobe lady, and she's really great, and sometimes the venues you play in are, like, not the nicest, so she'll, like, hang up kind of, like, sheet-looking things that are, like, bohemian or, like, different themes that are pretty, and she'll put candles, but it's not like I request it. Like, she does it because she's a nice lady, you know?
That's cool. Now, you do a version of the song My Generation. The favorite, like, one of my favorite bands of all time is The Who, and they do this great song, My Generation. But there's this famous line in that song, I hope I die before I get old, and you changed it for your version.
Are you mad at me?
No, let's hear what your version is. What? Your version is...
It's, I hope I don't die before I get old. So we changed it to be a little more positive.
Right. You changed the punk message a little bit from like...
Yes.
And then the second line is drink milk, get 9 hours of sleep a night.
Take your
Rock on! Woo! No, I don't know. You're allowed to change it. Just, are you going to go through a lot of punk songs now? Like,
I don't know. You know, my...
God save the Queen. Seriously, save her. She's a nice woman.
Come on, keep them coming.
All right, I got a million of them. I'm Shecky over here.
Well, you know, since my show is such a punk show, I just figure I've got more to cover.
Sure. Now, you also do, I don't know if you work this in, but do you work gymnastics? I know you're very good at gymnastics. Do you work it into your stage show at all? Or anything?
I don't. I haven't yet. I could here. I can do that.
You can do some gymnastics? Yeah, I want to see something.
Okay.
Wait, I don't want you to get hurt, though.
If I do it, will you do it?
Yeah, okay. If you can do it, I'll try and do it. You go
You're
first.
You're too tall. You're like this.
Yeah, I'll be killed. I'm the least coordinated and whitest man on TV.
Really?
Let's see you. What are you going to do for us?
I can do a round off back handspring.
I don't even know what that is.
You want me to show you?
Yeah, let's see it right now. Can we have a little drum roll, Max? Hold something.
I have to take my shoes off.
Take your shoes off. Go for it.
I'm a little nervous. What if I mess up in front of all these people?
All right, you can do it. Don't worry.
Okay, here we go. Let's find my microphone.
What's happening here? Okay. I'll hold your microphone.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. That's what we're doing. Oh my God, that was good! That was really good, actually. I wasn't expecting. I just thought you were going to do one of those things that I always see kids in the playground do. That's just kind of like, you know, woo, you know. I thought it was going to be one of those.
I think you need some lessons.
You know, one of those kind of things. I didn't think you were going to go back. That was actually that was cool.
Thanks.
Wow. All right. Very nice. I forgot what I was going to talk about.
You feel a little intimidated? Like,
yeah, I was. You were like, I'll do it, and then you do it. I'm like, okay, and then I watched you do that. My body would fall apart if I started to do that. My head and legs would fly off in different directions. People in the audience would get hit by body parts. We have a clip here from your movie, Raise Your Voice. Yeah. What can you tell us about what's going on here?
Basically, it's just like a little more dramatic than some of the movies that I've done before, and it has a really interesting cast. Like Rita Wilson plays my mom, and John Corbett's kind of like the mentor, and
he's the music teacher.
Yes, and Jason Ritter plays my brother, and it's just like very, you know, a big tragedy happens to this girl, and it's all about like perseverance, and she goes off to this school to be like a singer and a songwriter, and it's very interesting. All
right, let's take a look at this clip from Raise Your Voice.
I mean, I like you. A lot.
Yeah, I like you too. I was thinking about that song we were working on the other day. I thought we should do it for our final performance, please. You sing, I'll play. We could split the scholarship, and we could write something really meaningful. Okay?
Yeah. Do you want to try that again?
What?
Wow, raise your voice. Now, is the camera churning, or are they churning you?
You know, we actually had like 5 minutes to shoot that scene, and there was like a camera track that was going around.
That's the weird thing.
Oh no, we were dancing, so we were like having to
Did they have you on a Lazy Susan for that scene? Was someone going like... I just want to do the sound effect. Raise Your Voice opens this Friday. And Hilary Duff, thanks so much for making time for us. Nice to have you on the show. Anthony Kiedis coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.